What is up, fellow benchwarmers? Welcome to your daily fantasy. Hey guys, what is up? Daily Fantasy Quickie Time with me, JJT, and Kamish. Hey Kamish, big news today.
Yeah.
Kyrie making the headlines once again. That was the bomb that was reported earlier this morning, Manila time, that Kyrie apparently wants out of Brooklyn. Your thoughts?
Well, as I read that they said that Brooklyn was surprised by it. I think we should not be surprised by anything Kyrie does anymore. So yeah, it was coming because the contract. I think I understand it also because the contract extension did not go well.
Yeah.
So knowing Kyrie, he would do something like this.
From what I understood, there were some stipulations that the Nets wanted to have in that contract. There were some how do you call this? There were some things that he needs to comply with in that contract, and that's where I think that's what knowing Kyrie, I think those are the things that he doesn't like. Controlling, seemingly trying to control him, control what he wants.
Hello.
He wants what to do. So I think
I think the contract stipulation was still that was before. There was a contract stipulation before. Like he was offered the 4-year, 2-year extension. 4 years, like 2 years, 2 years. He was given like 2-year extension, but he has the third and fourth year will be depending on the first and second year if he plays how many games, something like that. But this contract extension, I think what they want is a championship. Like that was a stipulation. Then it was related to the championship. They have to win the championship or something, which Kyrie did not like. Well, because it's really
it's not easy. It's not easy too. It's not easy too.
Not. Yeah. Right? That's true. It's not easy.
And we don't know what will happen this off season, whether KD still wants out, right? I mean, that KD situation is still hanging over everyone's head there with the Nets, right? It seems like it could be temporary.
Yeah. Well, we this is the important thing here. We do not know how KD will react to this news. No, we don't know how KD will react to Kyrie's I guess Kyrie's demand. What if he also wants out because Kyrie wants
out? He wants out even
well. I think to me, he wanted out before, but he's more logical person. Jack Vaughn has been a very good coach, and we have to acknowledge that he didn't like Steve Nash. He didn't see Steve Nash as a good coach, and I think Vaughn has really been impressive. Number one, that's very big. A coach is the most important thing. Number two, I think there's good pieces around him. Claxton has emerged. So maybe if Kyrie moves to a team and they get a good piece back, not Russell Westbrook, a good piece. No, maybe he stays. I don't know. We don't. Of course, we really don't know what will happen with this with these things.
It's a wait and see game now. For those holding on to Kyrie, I don't think he's gonna hold out. And it was also already reported that he will continue to play, even if he doesn't get traded. He will play out the season. So, for us fantasy managers, I think wherever Kyrie lands, he would still somehow be within that value where he is. Maybe not now because he might move to a situation wherein there's another superstar there. Because right now he's been balling because KD's out and all of that. But at least he will not probably lose value from the fantasy standpoint. I don't think Kyrie owners should panic at this point, like they did early on.
We should not. I don't think you should panic. I think, as you said, he's gonna play it out as much as possible. He'll try to play it out. Plus the fact that I do think a trade can be done this time. I feel like they will do it. And they have to do it. There's really no other recourse at this point. And there will be, like, for me, there will be some people are talking about the Lakers, people talking about the Dallas Mavericks. But I think there will be a team that will come out. Maybe Phoenix. So there will be a wild card team that will come out and that will offer something good enough for Brooklyn. So as long as Kyrie's playing, we'll just take this drama and all these things. We'll, we'll be fine with it.
All right. Some injury updates. Yusuf Nurkic will be out until the All-Star break. So Drew Eubanks
Yeah.
should be added in case he hasn't been. He could
Oh,
be dropped
yeah.
because today,
He could have been dropped. I
yeah,
guess that's what we're saying. We were not saying, no, we're saying you should drop him, but he could have been dropped if some fantasy managers were not happy with what he did today.
yeah.
Uh, but you should keep him. You should keep him.
Now, Trendon Watford played well today. Is
Yeah,
this
yeah.
flukish or is he someone to watch out?
Sorry, didn't get it. You were choppy.
Trendon Watford played well
Yeah,
today. Do you think that's
yeah.
flukish or do you think it's
I
something
think
that we managers should watch out for?
I think that was a little flukish. But it is, as I said, there's totally no depth in Portland. Last season, they were the silly team, the silly season team. Remember the Watford? Well, I forgot who the others were there, but they had, I don't know, they had Greg Smith and also all those things. These guys played, they did produce the stats. So I think Watford a little flukish, but I think if you're in a 16, 18, 20 team league, it's okay. I think he's gonna be decent enough. Overall on average, maybe some double digit scoring, some rebounds here and there. But to expect the 20 something points, of course, that's not gonna happen. But I think he can have value for the meantime in in 16 team leagues and up. Maybe not 12 team leagues, but 16 and up. In
Yeah,
the shallower leagues, just stream him.
yeah.
That's what you should do with Watford. Yeah.
All right. That's Nurkic. Kyle Anderson had some injury. Doesn't
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be serious, but uh,
Well, he has had problems with his back and has missed one game or 2 games at times, with that same back injury. And then you saw the fight. You saw the another fight
yeah.
after. Yeah, was it yesterday? The Donovan Dylan Brooks fight.
No.
Uh,
Yeah, it was Friday. Yes, it was
yeah.
yesterday.
Yes, it was yesterday. And today it was the Bamba Austin Rivers fight. I think there will be suspensions. Yesterday it was just Dillon. Today, I think that Austin Rivers, I feel like Torian Prince, possibly Jaden Rivers and Prince would be suspended. Then without, if Kyle Anderson is out, then there will be some openings there in Minnesota at the power forward position. So there could be some stream potential there, in
Uh,
Minnesota. But Gobert played, at least. Gobert played.
yes. Wendell Carter was a late scratch as well. It's in the
Again, yeah.
similar game. We
Yeah.
talked about him, that the plantar injury, it could be recurring. It's going to be annoying for you to own Wendell Carter. I don't know. I don't think you're gonna drop him because he can be okay when he's playing.
Yeah, but to be honest, I own him in 2 leagues, the 2 leagues that I'm worst at. Those are the leagues that I have him. He's been really, I would say, mediocre at best
Yeah.
since getting injured. Before he was injured, he was really good.
Yep.
He was really solid. But ever since, even when he came back, I don't know if that foot was still bothering him or what, but never seemed to be the same guy. from before. So this could be a whole season thing. Orlando is in a weird spot. It's like they're not tanking. They've been winning. They've been
Yeah.
winning
Yeah.
more often, and I think they're closer to Toronto actually at the in the standings, and even to the Lakers than to the Houston, San Antonios, and those
Yeah.
teams. So
They still have a chance to get into that play in
yes,
at least.
yes, exactly. So I don't think they will shut him down just for the sake of tanking or whatever. But I think if it's really bothering him, they'd have to rest him because they do have a deep team. No, they do have
Yeah.
players that can really step up for him, like Mo Wagner or even Bol Bol. No, I think Bol Bol right now is available everywhere. For their next game, I would be interested in streaming him there and seeing what happens because he might get hot again.
Yeah.
Bamba will be out. What if Bamba is out, and then he might get traded? He's been in the rumor mill. And then what if Wendell Carter injury lingers? Then Bol suddenly has pathway to relevance again.
Yeah.
So something to consider also with
It,
this
it
Wendell Carter injury.
it's going to be annoying that Wendell Carter injury. Even if they rest, remember they rested him a few weeks already.
Yeah,
And then he came back and still not right. So like we said, even early this season, plantars, there's no other recourse here than to rest. I don't think how much rest would you need, and of course the pain tolerance. I think,
yeah.
because I don't think surgery would do any good, or I don't think there's some options to go surgery. So yeah, if you can, try and trade him or what, but I don't think the value is gonna be good as well.
Yeah, that's true. It always has to be a 2-on-2 package.
Yeah,
We have a lot of trades in our FBW leagues, and our listeners are even craftier than us in making deals. No, they've been able to dispose of some players that we thought
yeah,
that it would be hard to dispose. So I think if you really want to, you can do it. You have to be smart, clever, how to package the deal. No, there will be ways. There will be ways to do that.
yeah. Finally, Kyle Lowry finally is out. And
I'm
I think
happy.
you should be happy. Yes, I have the
I'm
same
happy.
sentiment.
I'm happy. I do. You have Lowry, I guess. I have
Yes,
Lowry, but putting him in the IL plus is the best feeling in the world. Instead of seeing him healthy and not performing at all, and then having a
yes,
name value that makes it hard to just drop him outright. So this is the
yes.
best situation, and I hope that he stays there for a long time until he's really. I would even prefer that he gets traded already when he comes back, so that maybe the new team he will be more rejuvenated. Maybe he has a new lease of energy, whatever. But he's not playing well. This is knee soreness. Remember the last time he had knee soreness, he was out for a while. Now the thing here with Miami is that Gabe Vincent is also questionable. We talked about courtside DFS, and that plus Hero is there. So I guess there's not really a must add at this point, but Max Truss maybe somebody to consider. But if Lowry is out for a longer time, I think Gabe Vincent, if he comes back earlier, you could consider him. I think he will be the starting. Am I right? I think he's gonna be the starting point,
He
right?
usually does. He
For them.
usually does
Yeah,
start for Lowry. But like I have the same sentiment. I was even thinking about dropping Lowry already yesterday. Just because I wanted to stream his spot instead.
yeah,
Then when I found out that he was out this morning, I was so happy because I don't have to deal with dropping him and just waiting. It gives me time to just wait for a bit longer.
yeah.
So yeah, Calary out. Quick question though for a couple of guys. Tari Eason played 13 minutes. Ouch. Maybe
Ouch.
tomorrow he's gonna be playing better because I mean he's gonna be playing more because there's Gordon's
And
out, Tate
and I think
out.
we can add Mark Williams there. He played
Yes,
what 1 minute. He played
yes,
1 minute, which we did say can happen, will happen. There are lots of theories as to why Steve Clifford does something like this, or even who's the coach Stephen Silas does this in Houston. they have their own ways. We can't really do anything about it. But Eason, yeah, he's a hold. Williams is a hold. Just how many days left? 4 or 5 days left before the trade deadline. So just hold on to them. But it's annoying.
I think though
Really,
Williams could be a drop. I just feel like you can still drop him, stream him until
no,
maybe a few days.
no, no. It's too late
Eason,
right
I
now.
agree, would be a hold. I can see lots of
Williams
Mark Williams.
Williams is
So
too late. I mean, in my leagues, it's been there's no Williams anymore. It's just too late at this point. In what I think, no. But imagine this: if you drop him now, Saturday, he's probably gonna clear
yeah,
waivers Tuesday. I mean, if there's one more Charlotte game, he plays well, somebody will pick him up at that point. So Wednesday, Thursday, just 2 days. It's easy to hold on to him until Friday. It's a little too late at this point to drop him. If you intend to stash him, if you really feel that Mason Plumlee will
traded.
be shipped,
Yeah.
yeah, Eason even more. I think if you drop him now, a lot of managers will pounce on Eason. So we have no choice at this point. It's either you join the ride with us, or you say just leave
Join
us
the
to it
ride. Join the ride. We'll laugh together if it works, and we'll
or cry
cry
together.
together if it didn't work. But
Um,
yeah, of course, this is for not for everyone. I think stashing,
yeah,
like I said, that's the reason why I said, Mark Williams might be a drop at this point. Not really. I mean, if you are like, try to fight for a playoff spot, I still don't think he is a must hold. I'm higher on
agree.
Eason than Mark Williams because Eason has shown that he can really perform in a more consistent basis,
It
even coming off the bench.
also Also, if you don't get Mark Williams, maybe another way of looking at it is because I feel like even if Plumlee gets traded, they won't play Mark Williams 30 minutes. No, they won't do that. Clearly, they'll have a timeshare with Nick Richards, and Nick Richards isn't bad. He's also a good center. So if
Yeah.
someone gets Mark Williams, you're too late. You can get Nick Richards. It's not a bad consolation price. So maybe if you don't want to stash, really, I'm sure Nick Richards is not being stashed. No, I'm
No.
100% sure. So if you just have to wait until the trade happens, then Nick Richards is a good consolation. Now you're in the rookie section, and I just have to mention, like, it's changing. Banquero's struggling. Jaden Ivey's rising. Remember, I told you before,
Yeah.
Jaden Ivey is somebody to watch out for. And Keegan. Keegan and Jabari, I don't know what to do with these guys. At least Jabari played. Keegan, one out of what? One out of 8 today. He's 2 out of 14 the past 2 days. Not doing much else really. You know why I want to drop him in 12-team leagues, 10-team leagues? Be my guess. I just really don't know if we can
I
trust
I
him.
I don't see I don't see a lot of Keegan
I I know.
and Jabari. I mean, much more Jabari. I think Keegan has been, you know, really. How do you say this? Not consistent. Both those guys, I think, not consistent.
Yes, not consistent. And it's just annoying because even if he's playing better, you just don't know which stat he really helps you a lot with. Not very diverse with the stat set yet. So that's what concerns me with Keegan. A falling player for me. Falling rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other players you might be wondering: TJ McConnell drop.
Yeah, we tried to see what he can be in 2 days, 2 games, 3 games with Halliburton. The thing I noticed, they don't play them together. I don't know what's the reason behind that. Well, actually, I think I know. They want one of them on the floor for the whole game. No, because clearly McConnell does what Halliburton also does. There is a stat there that when Halliburton rests and TJ is on the court, they don't miss much, plus minus and all the advanced metrics. But when Halliburton was out, that's why they lost 9 out of 10 or whatever. The McConnell minutes were good, but when McConnell sits, they were really bad. So it's clear that they need one of those two. So maybe that's the reason they don't play them together as much. They play them hard, and in that case, in fantasy, minutes is king. I
Yeah.
mean, we need the minutes. So yeah, I think he's a drop. He's a drop.
Killian. What did Killian do today? I didn't notice.
Very bad again. Bad shooting. I think he had a lot of turnovers again today. I don't know the exact numbers, but yeah, it's okay to drop Killian. Especially in 12-team leagues. It looks like the Jaden Ivey as main point guard situation. This looks like a similar thing to Halliburton and McConnell. No, they just need maybe to separate the two so that they will have develop Ivy as a point guard, something like that. No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Probably those are just players that would probably interest a lot because
Yeah.
they are more closer to that drop or hold type of players. Of course, there are some waiver. Just quickly, there are some waiver performers today. Malaki Branham, solid. Although the Spurs won't have another game until next week, so that's going to be a challenge to hold on to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
That's gonna be but
do you
at
drop?
least malaki.
Yeah,
Um Depends on where you are. I mean, if you're confident enough. I know you have him in our invitationals, and if I were you, I would hold on. I think you have him in our invitationals.
yeah, I
If
think. That's the thing. I waiting because the reason I have him was because Jokic was tagged as
is tagged, yeah,
game time decision. So I still have to make a decision tomorrow. It would help if Jokic did play, but of course that's a big loss for me there. But I'm
that's
first, so I
a
can.
lot of a lot of listeners will be angry right now. It would help if Jokic doesn't play. I mean, if you
I'm
tuned
first
in just
there.
now, if you tuned in just now without any context,
No.
you would think who's this arrogant guy talking about it would help if Jokic doesn't play. But uh, yeah, for me, Branham, I think Trey Jones will be out a while. It's just my opinion. I think San Antonio, you know what they're doing there. So they will use Branham, but Branham won't be this good. He's gonna fall off. So if you drop him, I think you'll not really miss a lot at in the short term. Maybe in the long term, when they're gonna really turn it over to him, then you would feel the pain if you don't have him. No, but it's patience thing again with Branham. It's patience
Aaron
thing.
Neesmith is the
Just ride.
guy that's
Yeah.
widely available in the waiver wire. I think the Pacers have another game. I don't think they have another
Yes,
game.
they
Do
have
they?
another game on the
All right.
last day. They have another game on the last day this week, so you can add him then. Just ride with him until he's hot. Neesmith did this before and then fell off again. These guys are not that superstar level. Don't expect consistency
Yeah.
from them.
And I guess same with Josh Richardson, who had a spot start to be.
Yeah, yeah.
So could be added. Chris Boucher.
Stash him. Maybe this is the year that the curse of Nick Nurse is lifted and he gets moved somewhere. Who knows? He's
But the
playing
thing,
well.
he's playing well. But one thing I noticed about Chris Boucher, he is not as good as he was.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Not the same as before.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. But
Serviceable, but not like you don't expect him to be what, top 50, top 60.
that's why you don't feel the drop off as much, I guess. When he suddenly gets 12, 13 minutes, you just drop him. No,
Yeah.
no big deal. Because when you used him, it was not like, oh, ball level before the season, like top 50, top 60. So yeah, I get your point there.
Yeah, not as hyped anymore as before. Cole Anthony has been on and off, I guess, with the Magic.
It's
Like we said,
just a roller coaster. Yeah.
yeah, like we said, the Magic are deep. He will get some chances because he's a good scorer at least. So yeah, he had some good games. Could be streamed. I guess the best case right now, maybe stream, hold, and wait. Let's to see
Hold
what
and wait.
happens.
Let's see Gary Harris if he gets moved. Maybe that opens up some minutes for him.
And Josh Christopher from another possible beneficiary if the two
Uh,
guards are still
yeah.
out and Eric Gordon's traded by the trade
Or
deadline.
well, as a stream tomorrow, Gordon is out tomorrow
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. All right, so let's quickly talk about the West All Stars. Of course, the actual All Star reserves have been announced. The last episode, we talked about some East All-Star reserves. We had Jaylen Brown. We talked about Tyrese, of course. Jalen Brunson did not make the actual All-Star. He did not
Harden did not.
make commission's list. Harden did not make the actual All-Star as
All-Star.
well.
Yeah.
Julius Randle made the actual All-Star. He also made the list. Who else did
Well,
I miss?
we didn't talk about Drew. Drew made
Drew was
the
actually the surprise one.
surprise. Yeah,
It was
Drew
so
was a surprise.
surprising that during the announcement, the video did not. There was no video highlights for him.
Yeah, who was
Did you
the
see
other
that?
guard?
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. The Drew. I was Drew.
Let me see. Who's the other guard?
There.
Who?
I
Sorry.
think Tyrese and who was the other guard? Because there were just so many players that were snubbed in the East that it's really shocking.
Let me see. Couldn't get this
Are you
going.
there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to find.
There.
Okay, but it's not good.
I mean, Paul George was out also. Not Paul George. Jimmy Butler was also out, and
Yeah,
he had a case also to make the team. So we didn't talk much. Well, we did talk about Jimmy Butler, but yeah, he did. If you look at the stats, he does have. Say Trey Young was out. Trey Young didn't make it, and
yeah. Trey
that's
Young
a
did not.
little surprising also.
Trey Young did not make
Yes,
it.
I
Those who
guess
made it, Bam,
DeRozan.
DeRozan. We talked about DeRozan possibly making it as well in our fantasy All Star. Yeah, it was the guards are Tyrese and Drew.
Yeah, Tyrese and Drew, and then you just went forwards. So that well, I guess Drew was really the surprise. I think we would not agree with that. We would probably go with either Brunson for you or
I
somebody
guess
else for me.
fantasy wise as well, maybe not.
Yeah, even fantasy wise,
Yeah,
not
No, fantasy wise, definitely not. But real life, I could
maybe.
see that he was great when Yanis was out. Actually,
Okay, you can give him that.
there's some recency bias when it comes to these voting. If you notice, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, that's true.
Anthony Davis didn't make it in the West, right? The West probably would have a lot more players that were snubbed, right? Don't you think?
Yeah,
The Aaron Fox did not make it. Who else did not make it? Lots of players did not make it in the West. Anthony
Anthony Edwards,
Edwards,
Anthony
yep.
Edwards, Kawhi.
Kawhi,
Well, Kawhi. Yeah, I mean a lot of people were talking about Aaron Gordon not making it,
yeah,
which surprising to me. Fantasy wise, he would not have been really in consideration, but in real life, it's been very good for Denver. The stats may not be as high, as big, or was good, but if you watch the games, he's really been solid there in Denver. So he had a case also. Denver
he had
number
a
one in the West.
case. He had a
Yeah.
case, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be
So who's our
hard.
seven guy?
All right. So, Sabonis is obviously one of the guys there. I have in my
And
list.
Lauri.
Yeah, and Lauri and Dame,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and Dame. I guess we don't have a problem with that.
I think Anthony Davis. I would put Anthony Davis as my fantasy All Star reserves.
I agree. I agree. SGA also is not I guess not in an argument for us.
Yeah, but I think we had SGA in our starters, All Star fantasy starters. So he is definitely going to be part of that. Now some questions. The Aaron Fox, you think makes it fantasy
Fantasy
wise?
wise, we're talking fantasy wise. I think I'll have Anthony Edwards over him, fantasy wise.
Ja Morant,
So maybe not in fantasy.
Ja Morant.
Well, Jaren Jackson Jr. got in. I agree with that. Ja is yeah. I think he can make it. He can make it. Jack can sneak in there
Over
fantasy wise.
Kawhi?
Although I'm still that's what I was thinking of. Maybe I could see who do we have? We have Lauri, we have AD, we have
Sabonis.
we have SGA, we have Dame,
Yeah.
right? And
And
I have
then,
Anthony Edwards is the 11th guy.
yeah.
My guy could be Paul George. Fantasy wise, we're talking fantasy, but he has missed a lot of games. So either that, the Aaron Fox, as you said,
I like
or
Kawhi the
Kawhi Leonard.
best.
I think yes. I think I agree. Kawhi has Jaren Jackson. I would still put Jaren Jackson over Kawhi. So
Just
fantasy
because
wise,
of just because of the number of games,
no.
the availability.
I guess the Steve Blocks combo of Jackson is enough in fantasy for me to put him in. No, this year. I think he gets in. Based on what he has done so far. Even I mean, it's just too much. You know, the three steals blocks combo. That's very elite in fantasy. We're not talking in real life, but just fantasy. Just looking at the numbers in fantasy, the impact he's had, in fantasy. I think he deserves the 12 spot in my list.
Yeah.
I don't know with you. Maybe you get Kawhi. I'm okay with Kawhi also. Actually,
I don't know the games played or at least that, but I like Kawhi just because of the
yeah,
overall presence. Like nine cat uh eliteness, right? It's not just the
yeah,
blocks, right? Well, the good thing about Jaren Jackson, if you have him, he can carry you through that
yeah.
blocks
That's true.
category.
That's true.
The good thing with Kawhi, if you have him, he can contribute across the board. Not elite in the sense that like the blocks might not be there, but the other stats are gonna be there. And he's gonna be a more consistent scorer, more consistent rebounder, more consistent passer, more consistent in steals. Plus the percentages would be good. So I think that's why I have Kawhi there. But yeah, comment down below what you like. And I think with that, I am having some technical issues here with my internet connection. So we'll leave it at that. Guys, please subscribe. Please follow us on our socials. Everything is linked there in the description. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow for the schedule. Talk about the schedule of week 17. All right, guys. Bye.